first. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of, I think a big part of being an artist is being willing to live in contradiction constantly. So I see a lot of contradiction in my own work. A lot of people see my work as humorous, which that isn't, it's never been my interest, and I don't, I mean, that's not something I think about. When people say that, then I'm like, oh yeah, I can see that in it, but that isn't something I try to do. Yeah, I don't know. It's really, I mean, like one of the big dangers, I think, for myself as an artist is to try to understand and define my work myself. It's really problematic. It's hard enough to make it, you know, than to understand it. Yeah. Other questions?
You kind of mentioned that as far as making some of the forms, you don't really know what you're doing, or you just sort of like an intuitive thing. But do you think you could maybe describe how you sort of transcend some of your concepts into physical form?
Yeah, it's a hard question. I don't know. I mean, I think ultimately what keeps me going is that I don't think I'm still waiting to be successful. I don't think I've done it. So, I mean, you know, one way to say it would be an interest in the work serving as a proposal or as an open-ended question. Another way to say it would be all of the work fails. It's just a question of how it fails, where it fails, and like by how much it falls short. So, no, I don't think I've done it. I mean, what I'm interested in doing isn't possible as far as I know. So to have something that's in the mind and then manifest it physically, have it be unique, visible, and somewhat comprehensible. I don't think it's possible. So it's almost like knowing it's not possible. Then, like how as an artist, how can I set up parameters so experientially I can maybe see how I failed? That's what I'm doing. I don't know. It's a tough question. Not there yet. Other questions?
I wanted you to clarify something and ask you a question based on that. You said you want your work to be unknown, and you mentioned how part of that was not wanting you to be in your work.
Yeah.
Did you also mean in the context of art history, your work to not reference or be
I
directed?
go back and forth on that one.
Yeah.
No, I mean, that's one of the things I chose not to talk about today is the art historical references I'm playing with. I think about those things all the time, and I'm actually interested in my work being known, but not in a way that's perhaps possible. I'm interested in making this work well, so like it's 2011 now. I was born in 1971. I'm actually making work that I would like to see how it would have interacted in 1971.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm making it as if there's a gap in history, and I'm able to insert it. That isn't possible. So I'm less interested in making work that's seen as you know, avant-garde, cutting edge in 2011. I don't really think about that. I'm not interested in pushing that boundary. Then it would be trying to make work in a way that sculpture's never been made before. And I'm not so interested in doing that. So that's a different proposition. In terms of, I think of every work of art that any artist makes as a self-portrait. And so I'm going for like a universal self-portrait. So it's not about John, it's about a person. And I think about it as a created found object. So I'm interested in when my work is done and I come across it years later, that I don't realize I've made it. That's what I'm interested in. But I see it as something that someone made. Yeah.
Well, that was my follow-up was why it was important for you not to be in your work.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, with any of this stuff, I don't know. I don't know why. Why do I think about these things? I don't know. They're just things I think about. That's all it is. One last question. Good.
Oh, sorry.
Uh,
What did you want to be when you grew up?
Sorry. When I was 5, I wanted to be a farmer.
Farmer?
Yeah, and now the land I bought in Oregon is marginal farmland. It was part of a farm.